and welcome to another Contreras music tutorial. Today we're talking about chord progression options. Now, what does that mean? What are we talking about? Well, basically it's a menu. Here's a menu of your chords. This is the menu from the diatonic menu. You choose your cuisine. This cuisine is diatonic. It just means it belongs in C. You've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It comes from the C major scale, and that's what most of you will be using for this assessment task. Okay, I've given them numbers and given you options. So here's what they sound like in real life, all of them. Okay, so that's our options. They don't sound great right now, do they? However, if we choose a number of them in a right order, they sound great. Here I've chosen the 1, the 5, the 6, and the 4. Where did I get the 1, 5, 6, 4? Well, look, here's the 1. Then I went to G major. What number is G major right here? Did you see that? It is number 5. And then what was my next chord? I went 6, A minor. Look, 6, there's A minor. And finally, F major is 4. Here it is as 4. Now, if you wondered why these ones are black and these ones are white, I filled out the bar using semi-briefs. That's why they're white. I can change them to black at any time that I want. It's just for the purpose of this tutorial, okay? So they can be changed. If you go to note, they can be changed. See? So it's the same thing. Okay? By holding semi-brief, they just sound longer. Here's what the whole thing sounds like. Listen to a 1, 5, 6, 4 progression. Have a listen. So what I want you to do is in your notebooks, pause the video now, take them out, write down the number I've just given you, 1, 5, 6, 4. Just write it out just like numbers, okay? Write out 1, 5, 6, 4 anywhere in your books, and then give me a word to describe what that sounds like to you. Is it heroic? Is it sad? Is it majestic? Try to avoid just happy and sad, okay? Try to use more interesting words. Describe this, or describe a scene. Like this sounds like walking in the park, or battling a dragon, or saving the elf from the princess castle. I don't know. Come up with your own idea. Pause the video now. Listen to it again. I'll play it again. And write down the feeling of a 1, 5, 6, 4. Just write the numbers 1, 5, 6, 4 in your book and a feeling. Here's how I would do it. If it was me, I'd grab my book. I put today's date. I'd go 1, 5, 6, 4. And then next to it, I'm going to write, it sounds triumphant, or it sounds melancholy, or it sounds stoic, or it sounds lush, or something. Write a word that describes this. Try to avoid happy or sad, because that's too easy. Okay? Here it is one more time, and then you can pause the video. Have a listen. Pause the video now and complete this activity. Okay. If you're watching now, you've unpaused me and you've finished that first one. It's essential that you write this out in your book. You need to not do this at random, but actually put some thought, creativity, and emotion behind it. That's what composing is. Okay? So that was your first progression, the 1, 5, 6, 4. Just write down what you thought about it. I've got 2 more to go. Same excerpts, same style, but different menu. Look now. We've got a C, F, A, G. So what's the difference? Look at the first one. C, C. So we start the same way, the 1. But then we took the 4 and put the 4 here, and then we kept the 5 over there and the 6. So we switched the 5 and the 6 around. See? The G went there, the A minor went there. We switched them around. Okay? How did we come up with this? So I did not invent these chord progressions, but they belong to a set that sound nice or sound good. For now, just trust me on that. Okay? Please have a listen to what a 1, 4, 6, 5 sounds like. Again, 1, 4, 6, 5. C, F, A, G. If you look at the menu, C, 1, F, 4, A is 6, and G is 5. We're composing with numbers. Paint by numbers. Have a listen to this. Ready? It's similar, but not the same as the previous. It sounds different. Have a listen. See? I don't want to taint your opinion or your idea. So if you can now, pause the video, write down 1, 4, 6, 5, and write down your own feelings or emotions in association with this. What does this sound like compared to the other one? Okay, it's a different journey. It's a different emotion. It's a different scene. You can write an emotion, a scene, an idea, a person, a situation, anything. You can write pink fluffy rainbows as long as it reminds you of what this sounds like. Here it is one more time, then I'll get you to pause the video and write in your books. Okay? Have a listen again. Go ahead in your books, write down 1465 and do the activity now, please. 1465. And then what did it remind you of? Was it a person or a place or a color, an emotion, something? Write down something to associate that with that. Okay, please pause the video and do this now. Okay, if you're still here, that's great. We are now moving on to the next part. So, last one. Can you tell me the numbers this time? Let me not tell you. Do some work. We've got C, A, F, G. C, A, F, G. If I move this over to the left, and then I take this to the right, can you please now tell me what numbers we have on a C, A, F, G? Pause the video now and write this in your books, then I'll give you the answer. Go ahead and do that now. What numbers are C, A, F, G? Okay, you should have paused me by now, and you should have completed this activity. Here's where the learning comes in, when you actually do the work. The CAFG is, and I already have it here, CAFG. CAFG. And what numbers is that? Well, if we look at C, it would be 1. A would be 6. F would be 4. And G would be 5. So it's a 1, 6, 4, 5 progression. Here's what it sounds like. You ready? Here's what a 1, 6, 4, 5 sounds like. Okay. So, pause the video again and just write down one word, one feeling, one emotion, one scene, one character, one anything that reminds you of this. Okay? Pause, have a hard think. It may start to blur together, but you need to do this. This is important. Go ahead now. Okay, by now you should have unpaused me and you should have 3 rows of numbers. The 1564 plus a word or a description, a 1465, and then a 1645. Again, each of them having a word or description. Okay? What you should do is now play them again on the recording, on this video, listen to them and decide which one you like for your composition. Okay? Which one do you like? Did you like this one, the first one? Or did you like the second one? Did you like the third one? Whichever one you liked, or 2 that you liked, make note of them and select them or circle them because we're going to use them next. Okay? Alrighty, so select 1 or 2. It's up to you. And now let's go do our score. So we're going to start your original score, or you can do the exercise with me with a new score. I'm going to call this new chord or harmony. Okay? If you want to do it over your existing score, that's totally fine, as long as you have done this based on the C pentatonic or the C major scale. Okay? These are your options. Okay? I've already got them up there. If you've already composed in a different key or something else, then you should not be using these progressions. They are only for the key of C. But if you're keeping it simple and you've watched my previous videos, this will work for you, okay? So you don't have to worry too much about that. So here's my piano score. We're writing it in piano, even though it's for vocals. I'm at my 12 bars. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to scroll view. 4, 5, 6. I can also go to measure and just click plus here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, okay? Now, wouldn't it be fun to just go copy, paste? Copy, paste, yeah? But that's too easy. Let's build them together. Okay, we've got pretend we wanted, what did you choose, by the way? Which one did you choose? The first, the second, or the third? Pretend I chose the middle one, the second one. Okay, that's the 1465. So basically what I got to do is I got to take these pictures that I have of course left for you. You can also pause the video and watch. These are the pictures right there. I'm going to put on the side. And you got to copy that out into your own composition because that's the harmony that we've given. Okay, so we're going to copy C, F, A, G. How to do this? Zoom into the first bar. Go to note and make sure that you've selected semi-brief. See? Again, go to the note. I'm using my arrow key left, right. Once that's selected, semi-brief. Bam. One more time. Right arrow key, semi-brief, and right arrow key, semi-brief. Okay? Left arrow key, left, left, left. You should have this. Please pause the video and get to this stage now, then come back and watch me. Okay, part 2. Now let's insert these chords. These chords here on the right, we're going to insert them on the left. To do this, it's as easy as typing it out. I can manually grab notes and go, right, all cows eat grass. But it's very easy to do this. Go here, and go like, whoops. And, Okay, I've got my note ready, sir. And then oh wait, that's an F. Wait. Okay, oops, wrong note, and then horrible jumble. Easiest, guys, is just to type it out. Okay, so I'm going to literally type the bottom note. Start from the bottom. It's a C, so type in C. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to hold down the Shift button. Hold down Shift. What's my next note here? Have a look. What's my next note here? It's an E. Okay, so back to this composition. I'm going to hold down Shift and type in E. It stacks it for me. I don't need to do anything. What's my last note over here, guys? On the right side, what's this last top note? It is, of course, a G. So I'm going to go back here, hold down Shift, and hold down G. There's my C, E, G. See, I copied it over? Beautiful. Okay, let's move on. What's my next chord? F major. Okay, so back to my composition. Right arrow key. Start typing the bottom note. What's the bottom note? F. Let's type it in. F. Okay, what's my middle note? Over here, it's A. So Shift A. Now look, it went down the wrong way. This can happen sometimes. Or you get it happening right, but it starts composing like up here. It goes all crazy. We don't want that. Okay, if it starts happening up there, there's an easy fix. The Control arrow key button. Control arrow key down or Control arrow key up. It basically shifts it a whole octave. Now you must be like watching the right place. Okay, this must be the right place. If your selection, see how the blue is somewhere else, and you press Control up or down, nothing will happen. You have to be selecting the right place, which is here. If I want to move my whole left chord, I need to move over, and I need to Control up to move the whole chord. See? Okay. If I don't do that, I'm going to get into trouble. Okay, so let's recap again. Start on F, hold down Shift and go A. Oops. Now, if this happens, you can manually select it, hold down Control, and then arrow key up. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Now, what's my last note? The top note here? It's a C. So Shift, C is what I'm going to need to do. So I'm going to hold this. Okay, I'm going to make sure I've selected the right chord. Shift C. It did it again. Look. And I'm glad it's doing this, because if it's doing issues for me or errors, it's going to do them for you. You can change them. So select it. Okay, select it so it's blue. Control up. And you're done. Okay. If for any reason the whole chord was wrong, like it was, for example, down here, or down here, or something like that, or something up here happens, here's how you fix that, guys. Okay. Select the entire bar by clicking, hold down Shift, and select the bottom note. Okay, or the whole bar like this. Again, click A note, then go to the way to the bottom here, hold down Shift, and click on the bottom of the bar. You can manually do it also by using the arrow keys. Left, Shift up, yeah, or Shift down, whatever you want. Once it's selected the bar, then you press Control and arrow key down, bam, there it's moved. Control arrow key down, bam, it's moved. Okay, it's a bit fidgety at first, but once you get used to it, it's quite easy. Please pause the video, rewind it, and get back to this place if you haven't done so. Okay. Finally, 2 more chords so we can move past them quicker. The A minor. So I'm going to, again, select where I want to be. So here I am, right arrow key, left arrow key. Here's where I want to be. Oops. There we go. Okay, I want to be here. Okay, there's a random note there. I'm going to go A, Shift C, Shift E. And there we go. See how my A was in the wrong place? See, it's meant to look like that. So select the wrong note. Control arrow down. I'm in the right place. Got it? And finally, my G major. So again, select the bar that I want. Okay, right arrow key. I'm going to type in G, B, D. G, Shift B, Shift D. And look at that, it happened to be in the right place. If anything was off, I could always change it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play our work and see where we go. 3, 2, 1. Next one. Look at that. And finally, we did it. We just created our very first progression. And this was what progression? It was a 1, 4, 6, 5 progression. Okay? And on top of that is where I can put my melody. So if you've already written your melody, great. It'll work with the pentatonic scale. Anything from C, D, E will work. Have a listen. See, I'm using the pentatonic scale from a previous video. Please go ahead and stop this video now, or it's going to end anyway. Go through your entire progression, and you can copy and paste some of the progressions that I've given you here in a different order. Okay, please do not just copy them in 1, 2, and 3 order. You can repeat them. So you can copy them now, paste them twice across if you like. Let's copy and paste. I would copy that first one here at the bottom, paste it, and then in the middle, I'd leave room for something new. Maybe progression number 3 or progression number 1. It doesn't matter. Okay? Paste it somewhere else that you want and leave some room for new stuff. Okay? Your goal is to fill this whole thing out with chords, but as long as you can finish this first 4 bars, you are done for this video. In my next video, I'm going to show you how you can start choosing your own chord progressions using this bottom menu to create new harmonies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.